Hey Central Virginia, are you curious to know what's going on in our local housing market as well as what's expected to happen in 2025? We'll break that down today in your November market update. What is going on, party people? In this video today, we're going to break down for you the expectations of 2025, what we should be seeing in our local and national housing market. I'm going to give you 3 predictions for this coming year, as well as 3 things you should be thinking about or doing as a buyer, as well as a seller in this market. All right, so our first prediction is that we're going to be seeing more homes coming to the market next year, and I could already hear a sigh of relief from my would-be buyers out there that have been scrounging around in low inventory environments over the last couple of years. So looking at the numbers, we saw 6.9 million homes that sold in 2021, 5.7 in 22, 4.8 in 23, 4.6 in 24, or at least we're expected to end at 4.6 in 2024. So over the last 3 years, we've been seeing a steady decline of the number of transactions in the United States. The good news is we are expected to see 5.2 home sales in 2025, which means a lot more homes are going to be coming to the market and a lot more buyers are going to be closing on those homes is what's predicted for the next year. Now, in contrast, in Metro Richmond, we saw a 24% drop off in 2023. Of course, interest rates were a factor in that, but the largest factor was we simply didn't have enough homes that came to the market, and we're kind of at the same place we are year to date this year as we were last year, slightly above, but nominally above. Second big prediction is mortgage rates are scheduled to come down. So at the time of this recording, November the 12th, 2024, we are currently sitting at 7.02 is the par for the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. Experts predicting that the 30-year rate is going to get down into the high 5s by Q2 of next year. Predictions are that it's going to be a rocky road getting there. We're going to see highs and lows. We're going to see ups and downs, but that the general trend is where you're going to be coming down in interest rates going into next year. Now, the third big prediction, which is somewhat counterintuitive, is we are going to see prices continue to rise, or at least that's what experts are predicting. So I know your Uncle Larry, I know your neighbor is a housing economist in their spare time. I know your coworkers have their opinions, but the 10 major forecasters, the people that have economic departments that track this data, this information, and that's their full-time gig, they are predicting collectively or averaged amongst the 10 that we're going to see 2.5% appreciation across the country as a whole. Now, my personal prediction is we're going to see higher appreciation in Metro Richmond, somewhere between 5 and 10%. We are currently at 6% year over year for Metro Richmond, which is outpacing the majority of the country. I think we're going to continue to outpace the majority of the country going into next year, simply for the fact that our 2 biggest feeder markets, Northern Virginia, as well as the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, they are more expensive than we are. So the folks selling the homes in those areas, moving into Metro Richmond, have money to spend, and they are continuing to drive up prices. What does this all mean to you? So for my sellers, as always, I got 3 tips for you. Number 1, homes are still selling. I talked to so many people. We're recording this once again, November the 12th. I talked to so many would-be home sellers, folks that are on the market, thinking about going on the market, that just assume that it's a terrible time to sell, that homes are not selling, that they're not selling at great prices, that nobody's buying homes. It's amazing the confidence that these statements are made with. The reality is we sell homes 12 out of 12 months. There's still plenty of homes selling. They're still selling at quick rates. I think the average days on market right now is 17 days, and the average list price to sales price is 99%. So homeowners are doing just fine. Home sellers are doing just fine in this market. Secondly, the sky is not falling. So I don't want to get political because we had plenty of people that thought the world was going to end no matter which candidate won or lost. But the reality is we have not seen any major corrections, any major falls in the real estate market. No one is predicting, even with the results of the most recent election, that we're going to see some huge crash in the real estate market. So if you are somebody that is considering selling and that has you fearful, I would tell you fear not. Last but not least, if you are somebody that is planning on a home sale in 2025, I would encourage you, even with the holidays, to start prepping now. What does that look like? Have a conversation with a real estate professional. Find out realistically what you can expect to sell your home for and what, if anything, would be recommended to get it ready for market. The winter is a great time to purge, to clean out, to give things to your kids that have been sitting in your attic, and just generally to get your property ready if you're somebody that's looking towards, say the spring or the summer market market to sell. For my buyers, number one, get in front of the wave. So we expect to see a huge influx of buyers into the market as rates continue to drop. We also expect to see a wave of home price appreciation as rates continue to drop. So my most savvy buyers right now, assuming they can find something that works for them and their families, are buying homes now, knowing that when the rates drop, they're going to be able to refinance, but they're going to be able to do so at locked in 2024 home prices, as opposed to waiting till rates drop and the home prices have already appreciated next year. Secondly, I'll say it again, the sky is not falling. So if your candidate did not win the election, I hate to break it to you, but experts are not predicting that the real estate market is going to crash next year. That is not a political statement. That is a facts statement from folks that study the real estate economy day in, day out. And last but not least, if you are somebody that is planning a home purchase in 2025, I'm going to encourage you as well to start prepping now. What does that look like? Talk to a real estate professional, start getting somebody on your team looking out for you for properties that make sense, and also have them connect you with one of their preferred mortgage lenders so you can start getting your financial house in order, know what you need to do to get yourself prepared, know how much you can afford, and start setting realistic expectations for yourself. If you need a recommendation for a lender, comment below, shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to connect you with one. And that was it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this valuable. If you have a question that we did not answer, throw it in the comments or shoot me a DM. We'll see you next month.